Present po, ma'am.
Okay, Arteche. Badyang. Badyang. Balatukan. Bambasi.
Present po.
Okay, Baroro. Behek.
Present po, ma'am.
Okay, Boy.
Present ma'am.
Okay, Brasero. Bugayong.
Present po, ma'am.
Kamanya.
Present po.
Caspe.
Present po.
Castillo.
Present po.
Consolacion. Del Pinado. Estrada.
Present po, ma'am.
May Florendo.
Present po.
Golgana.
Present po.
Francisco.
Present po.
Gianan. Hubilia. Hardin.
Present po ma'am.
Okay, Labareño.
Present po.
Yanilio.
Present po ma'am.
Okay, Manigke.
Present po ma'am.
Okay, Owano.
Present po ma'am. Present po.
Okay, Makarangan.
Present po.
Okay, Papa.
Present po.
Okay, Retuya.
Present po.
Okay, Reyes. Romilio.
Present po.
Roque. Romilio, okay.
Present po.
Romilio, yun. Roque.
Present po ma'am.
Okay, Saavedra.
Present po ma'am.
Okay, Salcedo. Salinas.
Present po.
Sau. Is it correct, Jamie? Is it Sau or So?
Sao po.
Sau, no? Ciliador.
Present po.
Okay, So.
Present po ma'am.
Okay, Soriano.
Present po.
Okay, Sunjam.
Present po.
Okay, Si.
Present po.
Okay, Taligatos.
Present po.
Okay, Tindugan. Tolosa.
Present po.
Okay, Tong.
Present po.
Okay, Urbano.
Present po ma'am.
Okay, Bertera.
Present po.
Okay, Binyas. Absent. Okay, so double check. Okay, here are those absent. But if you are now here in Gmeet, just say present. Okay, Badyang, andyan na ba? Absent. Balatukan.
Present po.
Okay. Baroro. Absent. Brasero.
Present po, ma'am.
Okay. Consolacion. Absent. Del Pinado. Absent. Gianan. Absent. Hubilia. Absent. Reyes. Si Reyes. Ayon sa parent niya, tama ba? Kay Reyes. Okay. Tindugan. Absent. Guinness. Absent. Okay, so pardon, no. I have a problem with my camera in my laptop, no. So, but please, can you please open your cam for photo op? Okay, let's open po again your cam for photo op. Sige po, parang hindi maganda gising natin ha. Sige po, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. Thank you. Sige po. For a while, I am going to save lang tong file na to. Okay, so good morning. No? I am Paula Joel de la Cruz. I will be your professor for this subject, IPT 102, Integrative Programming 2. So unfortunately, no, tayo ang magkakasama-sama sa ayaw nyo man or sa hindi. No? Ako ulit yung magiging professor po ninyo. So by the way, I am familiar naman to those of you because I think, no, I am your previous professor before, no, yung mga naging subject nyo, I think SAT, networking, or other programming subjects. Okay, kaya familiar naman kayo sa akin and I am also familiar with you naman. Okay, so, yan, again, sa ayaw, sa gusto nyo, okay, ako yung magiging professor nyo dito. So, by the way, IPT 102, who is your previous professor ninyo? Sino yung nag-handle na to nung nakaraang week? Sino po? May I know? Anyone?
Wala pa po ma'am, ngayon pa lang po.
Okay, ngayon pa lang. So, ibig sabihin, ngayon pa lang yung magiging first lesson nyo dito. Tama ba?
Yes po, ma'am.
Ganun na rin. Ganun na nga, no? So, sige, no, pardon because this load, no, already gave it nung ano lang, nito lang sa amin binigay itong new load na to, no? Kaya kagabi ko lang kayo na invite, at the same time, kagabi lang din ako nakapag-create ng G-Classroom kasi I am just confirm pa sa mismong admin assistant namin kung talagang ito na yung load namin. So, ayun, meron pa kayong ibang subject na walang professor or ito lang?
Meron pa po, ma'am.
Meron pa. Ano kaya iyon?
Siya po, ma'am.
Siya.
SPI din po, ma'am.
SPI? Madami pa. Naku, yun lang. Medyo mahihirapan. Kasi we are in week 6 na. Actually, medyo naman problema din ako dito. Sa IPT 102, kasi nga week 6, kung mag-uumpisa tayo, so yun, madami-dami tayong hahabulin. So, sige, no, let me discuss the syllabus. Okay, so I am going to share my screen for a while. Ayan. Sige, I think you are aware naman na, no, what is the possible lessons, no, na pwede nating i-discuss dito, no, for this subject na IPT 102. Because IPT 102, that is the prerequisite of IPT 101. So it's just only a continuation of your subject before, which is IPT 101. So it's just an advanced approach, no? Itong si IPT 102. Okay? So sige, I am going to assess you what you have been learned during the time of your IPT 101 subject. Okay? So that I am aware if what particular topic that I am going to discuss. Baka kasi mamaya, no, mag-a-advance tayo kasi nga nag-IPT 101 kayo pero baka yung iba hindi makasabay. Okay, sige, no, let's talk about this course description of this subject, IPT 102. So for the course description, so this programming course, again, sa continuations of the foundation skills of all computing discipline, wherein the course will focus on, this course will focus on skills that enable learners to design, test, and debug programs intended to develop ASP.NET Web Services. Okay, so yun, we're going to use again the ASP.NET. I think, no, this is the also the framework you use in IPT 101. Is it correct? Tama ba? In IPT 101, you already use this framework, ASP.NET. Tama po? Is it correct?
Yes po.
Okay. Sige. So, secured and protected web services as well as technique and effective ways of working with ASP.NET MVC framework. Because, no, if you're going to recall your subject, which is IPT1, tama ba? IPT 101, no? Meron dong mga different types, no? Na kumbaga para siyang development na pwede nyong magawa using ASP.NET. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali. Kaya natatandaan kaya iyon? Sige po. Sige, mamaya i-review ko na lang kayo. So, for the learning outcomes, okay, so by the end of this course, okay, each student should be able to, okay, compare and contrast the different encrypting and decrypting techniques that ensure security data. So, yun, this is also one of the missions of this course or this subject, no? We're going to encrypt, okay, or we're going to secure the data. So, therefore, in this part or in this course, which is IPT 102, we're going to connect the database. But then in IPT 101, nakapag-connect na ba kayo ng database sa IPT 101? Anyone? Pa-recall nga, nakapag-connect ba kayo? Nag-connect ba kayo? Ha? Yes po, tama ba? Okay, nag-connect naman. Okay, sige. So, hindi na kayo mahihirapan din dito. So, sige. So, in this course also recommend where an application language and a scripting language would be more appropriate and give a valid reasons to support the selection. Okay, sige yan. So, here's the plan, okay, or outcome-based teaching and learning. So, this will be our topics for the whole semester. Okay, so I am going to discuss itong reviewing of ASP.NET with Visual Studio. Anong Visual Studio ang meron kayo? 2019 below or what particular or specific version? 2000 kayo? May naka 2019 ba? May naka 2022? Ayun, 2019. How about the others? Meron ba dito below 2017? Puro 2019. Okay. So, walang below 2019 ha. Ibig sabihin, lahat tayo mag-2019. Kasi, may there's a similarities, yung mga old versions, yung below 2019, in Visual Studio. Again, there's a similarities, but there's this also differences. Okay? Na meron kasi sila, yung mga below 2019. So, sige, discuss natin yun kung mamaya. Question, sino nga uli yung professor nyo nung IPT 101? Pakitype nga sa chat box. IPT 101, sino kaya naging professor nyo? Para matanong ko kung ano kayang way. Kasi sa creating of ASP.NET, meron siyang different way kung paano siya ide-develop. Si Ma'am Pani, sige, wait lang ha, teka lang. Wait lang ha, for a while. Okay, sige, let's proceed. Okay, so si Sir Escoto, Ma'am Pani, at saka si Sir Gio, Sir Warren din, no? Okay. So, sige po. So, ayan. So, I am going to review, no? Yung ASP.NET with Visual Studio. And then, we're going to explore yung ASP.NET Core, okay, using MVC. Ito ba yung approach na ginamit nyo? Si MVC? Kasi in creating web applications or websites, no, meron tayong different types, no? It's either via single page, it's either via web forms, or it's either MVC. Paki-type nga kung ito ang ginamit ninyo, MVC or via web form. Ano kaya yung ginamit ninyo? Can you recall kung ano yung ginamit? Okay, paki-type na lang po. Okay, sige, type nyo web form, via MVC, or what, para alam ko. Okay, may web form. Yan, puro web form Kay Ma'am Pani, I think, yung kay Ma'am Pani, ano kaya? Web form din, no? Kay Sir Warren, web form din, yung mga na-handle ni Sir Warren. Sir Gio, yung nag-handle kay Sir Gio, yung na-handle ni Sir Gio, meron ba? Web form din. Yung na-handle ni Sir Escoto, via web form din. Okay, web form din. Okay, sige, good. So dito, no, by this time, no, hindi tayo magwe-web form. Okay? We're going to use the approach which is MVC. Okay, actually si web form, madali siya. Okay, para lang siyang ano, no? It's just like using bb.net, no? 'Di ba? You already, no? You already took naman na yung bb.net. So, by a web form, no, parang drag and drop siya. Tama ba? Is it correct? Drag and drop kayo sa web form. Tama ba? Answer nga, palagay nga po sa chat box. Yes po. Okay, good. So, dito si MBC, more on coding tayo dito. Okay, so that's the difference between IPT 102 saka IPT 101. So that is our approach via MBC. So you have to determine, of course, how to use this MBC. Kailangan malaman ninyo yung konsepto ng MBC. Okay, para mas magamay niyo siya. So yun, dito, no, I am also discuss about controllers, about view, okay, about models. Okay, so pag natutunan nyo na yan, itong mga to, so medyo na pala to, madali na natin itong mahabol. Kasi ano na to mayroon na silang connections into each other, itong SM, BC. Okay, so to view at saka si models controller. Okay, so yun lang pala. Kaya mahahabol natin yon. Okay, kahit nasa week 6 na tayo. Now, no, midterm, yun, sa final term naman, ito naman, no, integrate model view and controller. Actually, when it comes of integrating model view and controller, magagawa na natin siya dito by midterm pa lang. Okay, so sige. So final term, ito, no, naman ang discussions natin, no. We're going to integrate MVC, model view and controller, using layout, using CSS and JavaScript, and then using jQuery. Okay, and then we're going to implement data validations in MVC. Okay, and then we're going to discuss the entity framework in ASP.NET. I think we're going to connect na dito, no, yung pinaka-database natin. Okay, magko-connect na tayo dito. So we will have a CRUD operation here. So I think you are all familiar with CRUD naman, di ba? Create, read, ano nga yung U? Update and yung D? If you will recall, delete. Okay, very good, Manibke. Update and delete. Okay, and then managing security. Okay, so ayan. I think using of database, okay, we're going to encrypt and decrypt, no, yung data natin in MVC. And then, ayun, week 17, that's a project presentation. So that is the demonstrations of the 100% of your project, which is dynamic website. Okay, so yun yung gagawin natin mamaya, no, sa laboratory time. I think, no, this time, no, itong 7 to 10, okay, this is our schedule for our laboratory. Pero i-switch na lang natin kasi nga ang hirap magbigay ng activity nang wala pang nadidiscuss. So, ang gagawin natin, no, every time that we're having an online class, okay, ang gagawin natin, yung 7 to 10, yun yung laboratory, 7 to 10, yun yung magiging lecture natin. Magdi-discuss po ako ng 7 o'clock. Okay, pero I will not consume naman tong 7 to 10. Siguro after the discussion lang, no, yun, pwede na. Okay, kasi alam naman natin na yung lecture naman talaga, 2 hours lang naman yan. Okay, pero dahil papalitin lang natin, no, during online class lang naman yun. So, yun. So, kung matatapos tayo ng 9 o'clock or mas maaga pa, that's okay. Okay? So, yun. Again, I am going to discuss na itong week 2 natin. And then, mamayang 11 o'clock, no, meron na akong ibibigay sa inyong task. Possible, ano na tayo nun, i-group ko na kayo. no? We're going to discuss na yung magiging project po ninyo. Kasi that is a part of the computations of your grade in midterm, no? In midterm, kailangan we have minimum of 3 activities, minimum of 2 quizzes, as well as the project. Okay? As well as yung recitations. Okay? So, ayun yung magiging computations natin, no? Na kailangan for the midterm grade po. So, kung week 6 na, so I think you have only 3 weeks na lang for the development of your project. So, what will be our project? Okay, for this subject IPT 102. So, your project, okay, is all about creating a dynamic website. But, you are only obliged to create a project which is 50% lang naman. Okay, so 50% lang for the midterm and then the 100% will be presented in final term. Okay? So, ayun. So, sige po, no? Do you have a question po dito sa syllabus natin? May tanong ba? So far, wala pa. Okay, so sige po, let me discuss this one, no? Discuss ko na to. Sana, sana gising na yung mga diwa ninyo, no? Teka lang, ha? Kasi pag hindi ko to diniscuss, medyo mahihirapan tayo. For a while. Ang ha. Saan na ako? Sige po. No? Let me share my screen. Okay, so we're going to review ASP.NET. No, I already handle na si IPT 102 and then IPT 101 way back 2020, 2021. Okay? Actually, we already created na yung mga video na to, yung mga video lecture. Okay, so ayun, meron na kaming provide na video lecture na to. Okay? Kaso syempre mas maganda pa rin, no, na live na discuss. Okay, siguro yung when it comes na lang ng yung meron na talagang actual tayo. Syempre mag-actual tayo using ASP.NET. Yun na lang yung ibibigay ko sa inyong video. Okay? So, actually Visual Studio or with ASP.NET Framework, medyo mabigat to sa laptop. Okay, so I do not know, no, if you already uninstall na itong software na ginamit nyo. Okay, baka mamaya kasi nag-install kayo, ibalik nyo na. Okay, kasi kakailanganin po ninyo. Okay, kakailanganin. So, ayun, sige, let's review, no, yung ASP.NET with Visual Studio. Okay, so for the learning outcomes, okay, so you as a student are going to understand, okay, the dynamic websites. Okay? To review the different .NET Framework syntax and then to review the Visual Studio .NET programming environment. So we're going to recall lang, no? Alalahanin nyo lang yung mga pinagagawa nyo ng IPT 101. Okay? Is it visible, my screen? Anyone? Visible naman?
Yes po.
Parang iba talaga, antok pa ba? Okay, sige, visible naman. Okay, sige, no? Medyo mahirap kasi pag 7 o'clock. Pero I think na ito talaga yung oras ng IPT 102. Yung 2021 din, and ganito yung oras namin. Okay, 7 o'clock talaga siya. Sige, okay, so we're going to intro natin yung dynamic website because this will be your project, no? To create a dynamic website. Okay, so what is dynamic website? Okay, so when we say a dynamic website, it's a website that displays different types of content every time a user views it. So this display changes depending on a number of factors like viewer, demographics, time of day, location, language settings, and so on. Okay, so while static pages require manual updating before their contents change, so dynamic websites offer unique content to visitor each time they view the site. So this is done through a combinations of client-side and server-side scripting. I know, no, for sure ako, third year students, no, familiar na kayo dito sa dynamic website. Okay? So, ayun, i-recall lang natin ng kaunti. So, basta static pages, no, or static website, yung, siya, possible it could be say na every time that you're going to change nga yung pinaka-data niya or yung informations niya, no, you have to modify it yung mismong pinaka-coding niya. Okay? So, yung static page din, no, ang din niya, yung disadvantages niya, no, let's say, no, if you're going to gather data, no, from the users, usually, hindi siya nagiging posible. Okay? Bibihira yung ganon. Kasi nga, in dynamic websites, usually, ang nangyayari sa kanya, there's an interactions, okay, or there should be an interactions between the client or the users and then yung mismong pinaka-website. Kumbaga, para siyang kumbaga, yung website mo, okay, o yung mismong dynamic website mo, para siyang nakikipag-communicate with the users. Nakakapag-get siya ng data, at the same time, it can also provide data to the users. So that is one of the elements or that is one of the characteristics of dynamic website. So before the approach of having a website is usually static talaga. Yung, alam niyo yun, yung parang viewing ka lang. Okay, so yun na siguro yung pinakamadali para mas maintindihan. Basta static is just all about viewing of the data. Okay, viewing of data, yun lang. For example, you want to take a look at services, products offered by that company or that business. So yun na yun. Okay, yun na yung kayang i-provide ni static. While in dynamic, kaya siya tinawag na dynamic, so malawak siya. Okay, it provide many. Again, it can get data as well as it can give data for the users. Okay, so here's the scripting that we have, no? So we have client-side scripting and then we have server-side scripting. In client-side, no, it involves code that is executed by the viewer's browser using scripting languages like JavaScript, no? So this scripting is responsible for rendering changes to the web page as a response to actions taken within it, such as mouse clicks or keyboard use. Okay? While in server side, wait lang ha, medyo umingay. So in server-side scripting, on the other hand, refers to code that is executed by the server before sending the content to the viewer's browser. So this affects the web page when it is loaded or visited. So like with login pages, submissions forms, and shopping carts. So ibig sabihin, nagwawala na yung tuta namin. So ayun, ibig sabihin, no, si client side scripting, so that are those scripting language that we use in the side of the client. Or sabihin na natin yung mismong pinaka-users. So ano yon? Wait lang ha. Wait lang ha, umingay. Wait lang po. Yun, medyo maingay lang sa amin pagdating sa mga, yun, ting umaga. Pasensya na, pardon. So, sige, no, let's talk about the scripting. We have client side. Rinig naman ako.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, rinig naman. Pagpasensyahan nyo na. So, yun talaga yung problem kapag online. So, yun, we have client side at saka server side. So, ibig sabihin, we have available scripting language, no? We have available scripting language wherein kapag ina-execute niya, no, pag nag-execute siya sa mismong pinaka-browser natin, okay? So, ang tawag natin doon ay client side. Okay, ibig sabihin sa side siya, kumbaga more on, paano bang i-explain to? More on possible, no? Providing an interface, more on functionality din. Pero, doon lang siya sa side ni client, no? Pero in server side, no? Yung script na to, no? Ginagamit natin siya or it could be happen, no? Kumbaga nag-execute siya sa mismong pinakaloob ng server. Okay? So, ano ba yung pinaka-server natin? Okay? When we say server, no, in the word server, no, it serves, kumbaga, it serves data or it could provide data. Okay? Basta yun na lang ang tandaan nyo. Sa server, it could be served data. Okay? So, you can able to send and then you can also able to request and then this server can also provide data. Okay? So, sa client side, no, yung mga given sample natin na scripting language as given dito, JavaScript, no, si HTML, it could be also considered as client side. No, si CSS, no, it can also be considered as client side. Si server side kaya, what do you think? Ano yung scripting language na pwede nating gamitin sa mismong pinaka-server side? Kumbaga si server side, para siyang sa pinaka-back-end eh. Diba? Sa side siya ng server, sa mismong pinakalikod. Anyone? Can you please give an example of server-side scripting? Idea. Nare-recall ba? Yung server at saka client? Anyone? Sige po. Yun. Okay, good. Si Harding, go ahead.
Yes
Go
po,
ahead.
ma'am. Yung ano po, ma'am, mga database po, ma'am.
Okay, possible, no? Yung sina SQL. Okay, pwede, no? What else? Ayun, sabi ni Arteche, JS. Anong tong JS na to? Arteche. yung mga Node.js, no? So, could be considered. Okay, baka yun yung nasabi din, no? JavaScript can be considered as server-side. Yes, pwede, no? Pwede natin siyang makonsider as a server-side scripting. Sabi ni Manigke, PHP, yes, pwede din. Okay, si PHP. Okay. Basta yung halos nasa pinaka-back-end natin. Okay? So, it could be possible, no, considered as under of server-side scripting. Okay? Si Python din, yes, pwede din siya, no, na could be considered as server-side. Okay? Basta yung isipin nyo na doon siya nagtatrabaho, no? Yung codes na yon applicable siya sa server when it comes to the requesting, when it comes to sending, when it comes to providing data, server-side siya. Okay? It could be considered as server side. Okay? So, ayun. Here's the elements that we have in dynamic. Okay? So, we have to format, changing according to your screen. So, ibig sabihin, yung website, no, it could format daw yung mismong pinaka-website niya, yung mismong pinaka-webpage based on the size of your of your screen. So, let's say you have a 15 inches screen size, no, ng laptop ninyo. So, dapat, siya, no, tawag dito, sumusunod siya. Hindi siya yung, fragmented, yung hindi siya nagiging distorted, no? 'Di ba? Actually, that is the problem before, no? That is the problem before because when website, no, launch, no, here in this world, no, yung website kasi na yan before, that is only intended, that is only intended for those desktop computer or mga laptop nga. Okay, mga ganong size lang. So, ang naging problem nun before, no, nung nag-evolve na, no, nung naging in-demand na sina mobile phone, naging in-demand na si tablet, okay? Ang nangyari, every time that you're going to use yung website na yon, kung na-experience nyo yun before, if you have experienced that before, na pag ino-open mo siya using mobile phone or tablet, alam nyo yon, yung nababago yung mismong pinaka-format niya. Parang nagkakaleche-leche. Okay, parang gano'n ang nagiging sistema nun. Okay, so hanggang saan, ayun, inaral ng mga developers na to make it responsive and to make it dynamic. Ayun, so could you imagine ngayon, ang ganda na ng natin ngayon, ng mga website, no, wherein that is applicable in any size of screen. Okay? So, yan. As much as possible, no, yung website mo, again, it is applicable in any size. So, even you are using mobile, even you are using tablet, okay, nagiging siya, responsive. Okay, that should be applicable. And then, there should language changing, wherein it is according to your country. Okay, every time that you're going to browse, no, yung website na yan, nag-change siya ng language. Okay? Kasi 'di ba, we have to consider the culture of every country or organizations. There are lots of countries, they are prepared to use their own language. For example, in Japan and in China, no, they prepared to use their own language instead of using English language. Tayo nga lang mga Pilipino, 'di ba? Ang medyo talaga sa English. Yung parang medyo mas natin, tinatangkilik natin. Pero some of those country, no, for example, tingnan nyo, sa mga Miss Universe, di ba? Yung iba, no, they will bring ng mga interpreter. Okay? Nagsasama sila ng interpreter at the same time, no, yun. Gagamitin nila yung sariling lengguwahe and then i-interpret na lang. Okay? Ita-translate na lang. Okay? So, same din, no, in the real scenario po, no, every time that they are using a website, no, again, they prepared to use their own language. Okay, yun nga, sa Japan. Di ba nga, sistema ni Japanese, no, yung mga Japanese na yan, if you want to go there in their country, you have to learn their language. So, mag-aral ka. Yun ang ano nila, parang attitude nila. Aralin mo yung Nihongo. Mag-aral ka ng Japanese language. Kumbaga, ano nila, kayong may kailangan, so kailangan aralin mo yung ano namin, yung lengguwahe. So, same din in China, no? Kumbaga, they prepared to use their own language. Kaya nga, di ba, we have available laptop, no? Na may mga Chinese characters talaga. Okay, so yun. So yun, that is the elements that we need to have under a dynamic website. Okay, the another one, there's a custom recommendations based on what you view before. So, dapat meron siyang parang data, it could be say that integrated of data analytics na rin, no? Pero video minor lang or basic. Yung, di ba, for example, in YouTube or in a Facebook, every time that you're going to search anything, let's say you're going to search a shoes, apparel, or clothes, no? And then every time that you're going, again, in a Facebook, yun, mapapansin mo na, no? Yun na yung lagi mong makikita sa pinaka-home mo. Even sa YouTube. Okay? Kumbaga meron siyang custom recommendations. Ibig sabihin, parang, ayun, yung mga previous na na-view mo, no? Tawag dito, makikita mo na siya. Even sa TikTok din naman, di ba? May mga ano din, yung may mga ganyan, mga custom recommendations. And then every time that you're going to search, meron na silang possible na nire-recommend sa'yo. Sa YouTube, di ba? If he thinks na yun ang lagi mong sinesearch, mapapansin mo sa mismong pinaka-home, yun na yung mga laging nire-recommend niya sa'yo. It's all about, no, sa bagay na sinearch mo. Okay? So, yan, we have also integration on social media and off-site content. Okay, ibig sabihin, no, yung website na yon, no, meron na siyang parang link, no, available na dyan na every time na clinic mo na lang yon, no, it is automatically connected na siya sa mismong pinaka social media or let's say sa mismong pinaka Facebook. So, of course, there's also dynamic visuals and animation displays. So, here's the benefits of dynamic website. Okay, so it is more personalized browsing, yes. So, easier to maintain, better user experience, elevated professional look, get with the times, and get moving. Okay? So, ganito, no? This will be the characteristics of your dynamic website that you're going to create in your project. No? Ganito sana ang makikita ko sa ide-develop yung dynamic website. Meron siyang personalization or customization. Paano yun? So, siguro, ang gagawin natin, no, tawag dito, ang i-create yung website, no, or ang i-create yung dynamic website, ay gagawin natin siyang generic. Okay, generic. Generic siya in a way na, for example, you're going to create an ordering system. Create kayo ng ordering system. And then, yung ordering system na yan, it should be applicable in any business. Okay, so let's say, no, mag-focus muna tayo sa milk tea. Sa milk tea lang, sample lang. Milk tea siya, okay, pero as much as possible, it is applicable in any milk tea shop. Okay, applicable siya kay Brew, it also applicable kay Infinity, applicable siya kay Macau. Okay, so paano siya? So, paano ang gagawin nyo dyan sa dynamic website na? So, as much as possible, the characteristics of your website, no, pwede siyang baguhin yung mismong pinaka-logo, okay, ng pinaka-website ninyo. Siyempre, for example, Macau ako. Okay, ako ang gagamit niyan. As much as possible, I would like to use my own logo. And then, as much as possible, I would like to use my own color. Siyempre, yun naman talaga, di ba, in every business, meron silang preferred color. And then, ayun, yung mismong pinaka products nila, it could be edit. So, ang gagawin nyo dyan, hindi kayo mag-e-edit sa mismong pinaka-code every time that you're going to change it. Okay? Parang ang gagawin nyo dyan, yung parang sistema ni Shopee. Teka lang, may nagtitinda ng taho. Ayan. So, yung ang magiging sistema nyo dyan, parang sistema ni Shopee na pwede kayong add, ganun ba kay Shopee, no? Have you tried na maging seller kay Shopee? Parang ganun yata, no, kay Shopee. Parang trinay ko kasi yung niya, no, yung side ni Shopee for being a seller. Trinay ko siya. So, meron siyang customizations na pwede niyang baguhin yung pinaka-layout. Okay? Pwede siyang makapag-add ng products. Okay? Pwede niyang ma-edit yung mismong pinaka-stocks. Again, without changing it sa mismong pinaka-codes. Okay? Di ba yun ang ginagawa natin sa Shopee? Siyempre, hindi naman natin na-access yung pinaka-back-end niya, yung pinaka-codes. Pero doon lang tayo nagbabago sa mismong pinaka-interface provided ni Shopee. So, same ang gagawin ninyo. Okay, ganong konsepto. Pwede kayong makapag-change ng logo. Pwede kayong, siguro parang sa Shopee siya, instead na changing ng profile picture, logo ang gagawin ninyo sa mismong dynamic websites ninyo. So, pwede kayong mag-change font color as much as possible. Pwede din kayong makapag-change ng font style as much as possible, and then makapag-add, edit, delete ng mga products as much as possible, and then pwede siyang makapag-change ng footer as much as possible, and then you can also add, edit din yung mismong pinaka-header ng websites ninyo. So, yun yung magiging challenge po ninyo, no, sa subject natin na to. Kasi nga, you're going to create a dynamic websites. Kaya ba? May nakagawa na ba nun? Kaya ba? Yun, may nakagawa na ba nun? Even using other programming language? Meron ba? Nakagawa na nun? Meron? Sa ano nyo? Sa bb.net? Sa Java? Yan. So, basta yun yung magiging challenge po ninyo. Okay, kaya isipan nyo na siya kung paano. Okay? So, sige po, no, here's the page, syntax that we have, okay, in ASP.NET, okay? Or every time that you're going to create, no, a website using ASP, okay? In pages, may contain ito yung directives, okay? You should specify, no, what particular language that you're going to use, okay? Di ba nga, in creating a website with ASP.NET, we have two options, no? We have bb.NET and C#, no? You can use C# and also you can use bb.NET. It's either of these two. Pero ano yung ginamit nyo? C# ba or bb.NET? During your IPT 101. C# ba or bb.NET? Nare-recall ba?
C# po, ma'am.
Okay, C#. Ayun. Okay, sige yun. C# din ang gagamitin natin dito. Okay. Actually, pwede palang bb.net, no? Okay, kasi nga sa PF 101, no, PF 101 kasi, ano ba? bb.net na siya, kaya siguro C# na. Okay. So, ayun, dapat pala inano na namin to, no? bb.net. Pero okay na yun, no? Another, din kasi yun. Learnings din ninyo yun. Okay? So, yun, we have server controls. Okay, button run at. Familiar kayo every time that you're going to use run at. Medyo familiar ba? Saan ba natin siya ginagamit? Si run at. Familiar ba? Sige, mamaya discuss natin. Okay? I-recall lang natin, ha? Okay, so yun, code blocks. Okay, usually ito yung code blocks natin. So every time that you're going to bind naman yung pinaka-data natin, expressions, itong gamit nating syntax, server-side comments if you want to insert some comments, ito siya. And then if you're going to render the code, ito yung codes na available natin. Okay, or syntax na nilalagay natin. Yung sabi niyan, use is discouraged, use code with event handler instead. Okay, sige, i-discuss ko to mamaya. Okay, meron siya kasi mamaya dito. Ayan. siya. So here's that we have, okay, every time that we're going to create controls, every time that we're going to create controls in ASP.NET. Okay, hindi ko siya ganong makita. Teka. Yan, lakihan ko lang ha. Okay, so here's the server controls. Have you experienced to use this one using RunAt? Natatandaan ba siya? Kung saan siya ginagamit, si RunAt? Natatandaan ba? Nagamit nyo ba siya before si RunAt? Okay, sige, i-recall na lang natin, Si RunAt class, every time that we're going to use si RunAt, it means, this particular controls, yung control na yan, gagamitin mo siya, at the server side. Okay, so when it comes to the accessibility ng control na yan, okay, yung control na yan, ano ba yung control na ginagawa mo dyan? Check nyo nga, input type text, ano yung palagay ninyo? Makikreate niyang control na yan. Anyone? Recall lang tayo ha. Ano kaya makikreate niyan? Anong particular control? Check nyo nga. Go ahead, so.
Text box po, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Okay, text box. Okay. So that's the control, or yung pinaka-text field, So that's the control, okay, that you're going to create, that you're going to create, but when you use RunAt, tandaan nyo yan na yung RunAt server na yan. Okay, di ba? Input type, text ID, text2, RunAt, okay, server. The word RunAt server, it indicates the accessibility of the control at server side. Okay, again, then if you put RunAt server inside any of the control, then you can use that control at the server side. Ibig sabihin, pwede mo siyang tawagin. You can also access yung mismong pinaka control na yan sa mismong pinaka server side mo. Okay, di ba nga in scripting, we have scripting side and then we have a server scripting. Okay, magkaiba sila. Iba yung sa scripting, Iba yung sa server scripting na ginagamit natin and then iba din sa client scripting. Okay, na ginagamit natin. Kasi merong mga scripting language na applicable lang siya sa client side and then meron naman siyang applicable lang siya sa server side. Ibig sabihin, kahit gumamit ka ng mga scripting language na pang client side at inilagay mo siya doon sa mismong pinaka-server side mo, hindi rin siya mababasa. Okay, as much as possible, pang server scripting language dapat ang gagamitin mo. Okay? Now, actually, si HTML kasi, it is not, hindi kasi siya pang server scripting. Kung natatandaan nyo, binanggit ko siya kanina, hindi kasi siya, again, hindi siya server scripting. So, si HTML, pang client lang naman talaga siya. But pwede natin siyang maging server scripting every time na naglalagay tayo ng RunAt. Okay, ibig sabihin, pwede niyang i-access yun. Okay, sa side ng server, again, basta wag niyo lang kakalimutan ito, si RunAt server. So, paano siya? Yun nga, example dito. In ASP, you're going to create a text box. Okay, and then you insert a RunAt. Okay, so the ID, the ID of your text box, okay, its name is text, okay, and then string siya, string. Now, every time that you're going to access it in your server side, ganito mo siya. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, you can access na yung mismong pinaka-text na to sa mismong pinaka-server side mo. Okay? Kahit tawag-tawagin mo siya, it doesn't matter. Kasi nga, ni-run at server mo siya. Ang magiging problem mo lang dyan, kapag hindi mo to nilagay yung run at server at tinawag mo to, baka hindi siya sumunod sa'yo. Parang tinawag mo siya, ulitin ko pag hindi mo ito nilagay sa run at server at tinawag mo siya sa server side mo, possible hindi mo siya ma-call out. Hindi mo siya ma-access. Kaya that's the reasons why we have to include si run at server. Okay? So yun, so we have a server control syntax. So controls, no, are small building blocks of the graphical user interface which include text box, button, checkbox. Okay, actually, no, si controls, that is really important when it comes creating of a GUI. No? Every time nagkikreate tayo ng GUI sa websites natin, sa mismong pinaka-Windows form application, and palaging may controls. Kasi napaka-importante yan when it comes to the designing. So, controls daw are also used for structural jobs like validations, yes, data access, security, yon, creating master page and data manipulation. Yes, yun ang mga ginagamit natin sa kanya. So, ASP.NET, okay, uses 5 types of web controls, which are HTML controls, HTML server controls, okay, applicable siya. ASP.NET server controls, meron din tayong AJAX or asynchronous, JavaScript, and XML. Yung AJAX natin na to, server controls, and then yon, meron tayong mga user control and then custom controls. Okay, so ito siya, no? Here's the properties that we have. Review lang tayo, ha? For sure, familiar na kayo dito. So here, no, yung attributes natin, no? Or if you're going to insert some properties to your control, so ito yung pwede nyong gawin. So for example, no, you're going to create a control, let's say button. So this is the name of your button, C1. Okay, so yung pinaka-properties niya, ibig sabihin, ang pinaka-text display niya, foo. Okay? And then, ayun, naglagay lang tayo ng run at server, ibig sabihin, para ma-access natin siya sa server side natin. Okay? Para every time na meron tayong in-insert dyan na data, natatawag again natin sa mismong pinaka-server. Okay? Then, eto, no, yan, sa C2, naglagay ka din ng list box. Ako, naglagay ka dyan ng row, and then the name is C2. So, pwede din, no, every time that you're going to insert a properties of your control, this is a alternative way. Okay, for example, you skip putting or inserting text to your button as well as in your list box. So, in this way, no, you can add, no, pwede yung ganito. Mag-insert ka na lang ng panibago. For example, again, if you skip to insert data, for the text of your button at the same time for the rows of your list box. Okay? Pwede kang mag-add on. Okay? So, here's, no, the page event life cycle. So, I think sa IPT 101, no, diniscuss na din to, na ito yung mga paulit-ulit na ginagawa ng web page natin. Of course, initializations, no? Every time that we open that website, no, yun, nag-initiate na siya, kumbaga nag-initialize na siya. And then, ilo-load na niya, no, yung mga data needed. Okay? And every time you insert a data in a text box, no, and then, once the buttons, for example, no, that is common kasi, di ba, we have text box and then we have button. Kumbaga, there's a connections between button and text box. For example, you insert the data in your text box and then once you insert it, once you insert data in a text box, and then once you click it in a button, possible, no, yun, pwede na yung data na yun, it will be insert na sa mismong pinaka-database mo. Okay? Siyempre, pag nag-unload siya, paano yung unload na yun? For example, every time na, di ba nga dynamic website? Siyempre, usually, si user, possible na nagre-request siya ng data. Okay, syempre, pag nag-request siya ng data, as much as possible, the server could provide also a data. So, dapat, yung na-request na data ni user, no, yung ni-request na data ni user, kailangan may ipro-provide yun ni server. Ibig sabihin, yung dala-dala na data ni server, dapat i-unload na niya yun. Hindi pa pwedeng naka-steady lang sa kanya yung mismong data na yun. Okay, kumbaga dala-dala lang niya yun, hindi niya provide sa mismong client side mo. Okay, so kailangan i-unload niya na yon. At the same time, ang another term pa na ginagamit natin dito or another na ginagawa ni page unload, yun yung every time that we're going to close na yung mismong pinaka-website natin. As much as possible, once the website or your dynamic website has been logged out, so let's say, you have a dynamic website and then there's an account, meron siyang login, logout, or sabihin na natin close mo na siya, dapat i-unload niya yun. Paano yung i-unload? Yung tipong close mo na siya and then kapag inopen mo siya, yung mismong site na yon, dapat automatic, it could be clear na yung details mo, hindi na siya naka-open page na saan. Hindi siya naka-open page yung mismong pinaka-account mo. That is for the security purpose. Baka kasi mamaya, for example, sa computer shop, nag-o-order ka sa Shopee, order ka ng order, i-click mo na lang sana yung payment, bigla kang tinawag ng nanay mo. Anak, tara na, kain mo na. Nataranta ka naman, ikaw nataranta ka, bigla mong close. So, yun, baka mamaya yung kapatid mo, bigla namang umupo dyan sa laptop. Nung inopen niya, yung computer, naka-open yung mismong website, tapos na-open yan tuloy yung mismong account mo sa Shopee. So, dapat hindi ganon. Pag pinost mo na dapat yung website na yan, at pag nire-open yan ulit, dapat naki-clear out, na-unload yung data na meron siya. That is for the security purpose. Okay? So, yun, that's the types of controls for creating a user interfaces. We have HTML controls, are the native browser elements, and they are part of HTML language. So, these are client-side controls, which is accessible only in the HTML page. Okay? Yun yung binabanggit ko kanina, as I mentioned, HTML, okay, it is under of client side, okay, scripting, okay. So now, it will improve daw sa HTML page. So it will improve the performance of the web page, okay. So yun nga, using HTML, na i-improve. So as we all know naman, every time that we're going to create a website or web applications, gumagamit naman talaga tayo ng HTML, Hindi ka pa pwedeng nagki-create ka ng isang website na nag-pure PHP ka. Hindi yun, Hindi ka talaga mag-C#, hindi ka mag-pure C#. Baka kasi mamaya, yung iba, medyo nagulahanan sa IPT 101. Bakit ganon? We're using C#, but still, bakit meron kami nakikitang CSS? Bakit meron kami nakikitang JavaScript and HTML? Because you are creating a website, okay? Medyo imposible na nagki-create ka ng website nang hindi ka gumagamit ng HTML. Okay? So, usually sila yung meron. Okay? Every time that you're going to create a website. Kumbaga, si C#, usually ginagamit mo siya to make your web applications more functions. Okay? Para maging dynamic siya. Okay? Kaya gumagamit tayo ng mga other programming language pa, aside sa mga scripting language. Okay? So, yun, meron tayong HTML controls nga. On the ESP.NET webpage, wherein that is not available to the web server. Yun nga, sa HTML control, hindi talaga siya available sa web server. So, that's the reasons kung bakit tayo nagra-run ad server. Okay? Ngayon, since ginamit na natin si run ad server, kaya meron na siya or available na siya ngayon sa mismong pinaka-webpage natin with ASP.NET. Ang tawag na sa kanya ay HTML server controls. Okay? So here's the types of web HTML server controls. So we have basic, we have list, we have rich, and then validation. Again, review lang tayo ha, kaya medyo bibilisan ko ng konti. So this corresponds to HTML controls. Okay, supported controls, We have button, image button, link button, we have hyperlink, we have text box, we have checkbox, we have radio button, image labeling, and we have also table. Okay? In list controls, no, we have drop down. Okay? List box, radio button, and checkbox. No, yung parang ano siya, meron siyang repetitions of data. Okay? Rich controls, eto siya yung, it could be say na rich functionality. Meron siyang functionality na rich. It could be say yung calendar, okay? Pwede din nating sabihin yung color, no? Masasabi natin siyang rich controls. Okay? Sa validation control, okay, so this is a rich declarative validations. Validation declared separately from input controls, extensible validation framework. Ito yung ano, yung meron tayong mga special syntax na under ni validations controls. For example, no, every time that you experience na you're having, you are registering, nagre-register ka ng magre-register ka pa lang, for example, sa Facebook or any, basta any siya. Okay, magre-register ka pa lang, 'di ba? During the registration, no, you have to insert your first name, usually may birthday pa 'yan. Usually you have to insert your email address, no? If you experience, let's say, nag-type ka ng email address, no? Or sabihin na natin wala kang tinype na email address, or sabihin na natin lahat wala kang tinype na data sa text field na yan, or sa mismong pinaka-text box. Okay? Wala kang in-insert na data sa text box, pero you click a submit button. Okay? Pag nag-click ka ng submit button at in-accept niya, wala yung validation. Okay? Wala siyang in-insert na syntax na validation for that controls. Okay? Pag in-accept niya yan. Pero, pag clinic mo yan, okay, and then, yung button na yan, nag-message siya sa'yo, or meron siyang, di ba, parang nag-highlight siya na red. Binanggit niya na you have to fill out the data, okay, before you're going to proceed. So, meron yung validations, okay? Meron kang nilagay na validation. So, usually, ang nilalagay dyan na syntax, yung mga required validations. Okay? So, for example din, no, naglagay ka naman ng data. Okay, naglagay ka naman ng data, pero, nung clinic mo yung button na yan, it will not accept. Hindi niya in-accept yun. Hindi niya in-accept because possible the format na nilagay mo, for example, sa email address, hindi ka naglagay ng @gmail or @yahoo. Basta meron silang ano dyan parang palatandaan or way para ma-determine nila na tama yung format. Okay, nilagay mo. Okay? So, yun, pag tinik mo yung button at binanggit niya na you have to insert a right format when it comes of inserting email address, so meron kang validations controls na nilagay dyan. Ibig sabihin, no, in validations controls, usually nagja-jibes siya yung sa button mo at saka yung mismong sabihin na natin, text fields or list down. Nagja-jibe silang dalawa. Yung mismong syntax, usually ipinapaloob dyan sa mismong pinaka-button. Okay, meron kang syntax na inilalagay dyan. Okay, for validation. Actually, yan yung napaka-importante. Tandaan nyo yan. It is the characteristics of any, kahit sabihin mo yung Windows applications yan or website, napaka-importante na mag-i-insert ka ng validation. Okay? So, yun. Here is the HTML server controls example. Alam nyo na ito, no? Paano mag-insert ng button. Okay? Yung reset button. Okay? Ang ganda lang ng kay-ESP, no? Kapag nilagay niya yung reset, okay, automatic na siya nagre-reset. So, yun sa pagkakatanda ko sa ESP, no? Ano na niya, parang tawag dito, naiintindihan na niya, alam na niya pag reset, basta gumamit ng button, tas ang input type niya reset, yun, nakakapag-create na siya, mismong button, and then naka-insert na talaga niya reset. Okay? Parang ganito, hindi mo na kailangan pang lagay pa ng value the name. Automatic may name na siya na reset. Same din in submit button, no? Nakakapag-input, pag in-insert mo na yung input type niya na submit, automatic na siya, mag-create na siya ng button with the word na submit. Okay? Hindi mo na kailangan maglagay siya pa ng value. Okay? So, same din, no? Sa text field natin, no? Or text box, no? Yan. Input type ka, text, automatic, mag-i-insert ka na yan, username, no? Check box, ayan, matik na yan. Then, eto, no, pag nalagay mo na din, eto, input type password, automatic na yan, no? Na naka-hide na yan. Kaya please po, no, as much as possible, no, pag gagawa kayo ng isang website at alam yung password siya, password na ang gawin nyo, no? I-type nyo na lang password. Okay? Automatic na yan, mag-hide na. Hindi nyo na poproblemahin pa. No, kasi yung iba ganun, alam ng password, pero naka-ano siya, naka-show. Okay? Unless maglalagay na lang kayo ng features ng system ninyo. Okay? Na pag tinik, pwede siyang ma-show. Pag hindi, ikaw, naka-hide siya. Okay? So, eto pa, no? You can choose file. Okay? You can add file. Okay? And then, ayun, you can add a calendar. Ayun, ang kagandahan din niya dito, no, kay ASP. Pag nag-input type ka, and then you insert a week, no, automatic yon, no, week talagang ipapakita niya sa'yo. Okay? So, ayan, sa time, no, automatic na yan. Time ang ipro-provide niya sa'yo. Yan, galing. Sa color, ayan, matic na yan. Okay, kaya hindi ka na pahirapan. Pero kasi, no, hindi ko alam kung na-experience yung magganto, mag-coding ng controls kasi nga via web forms kayo during your time in IPT 101. Tama ba? Nag-code din ba kayo when it comes to creating controls? Nag-manual code ba kayo? Or nagbayad drag and drop na lang kayo? Tama ba? Nagbayad drag and drop na lang ba kayo? Or nag-code din kayo nung nag-create kayo ng control? Ano ba? Nare-recall ba? Natatandaan nyo ba? Manual din po. Ayun, good yun. Okay, kasi kahit banggitin ko to, no? Banggitin ko yan ng banggitin, no? Parang hindi nyo siya makikita yung significance niya. Kasi nga, via web form. Di ba? Sa web form, na yan eh. If you're going to create a design, drag and drop na yan. Okay? Pero yun nga, if you are manual coding, sa GUI pa lang, nag-manual code na kayo, okay? Ayan, may appreciate na siya. Pero sa web form, yes, nag-manual coding din kayo kasi nga, syempre for the functionality. Okay? For the functionality of those controls. Okay? Ng mismong web mo. Okay? Pero ayan, no, mas ma-appreciate nyo siya. Yung binabanggit natin na yan. Kasi in MVC, okay? In MVC, ayan, coding tayo. Hindi tayo magwe-web form. Okay? So, ayun, server controls for searching. And pag you want to insert a number, automatic na, no? Parang, kiklik mo na lang po. And then, you may choose na, no, kung anong number you want. So, ayun, no, we have a control pa. We have radio button. Okay, if you're going to create a table, ganito yung format niya. If you're going to create image, no, in your HTML form, ayan. Please box, ayan. Select size. Drop down, ayan. Diba? Ayan, may mga available na. I think meron na yan sa sa IPT 101. Okay, alam ko ano yan provided yan. Okay. So, yun, no, .NET Framework, okay, sa foundation of Microsoft's next generation of development tools. So, given siya, the increasing importance of XML, so in all areas of programming and data processing. So, the inclusions of powerful, integrated XML support in .NET is not support, Integrated XML support in .NET is not surprising. Okay, kumbaga integrated na rin siya na XML, meron na rin siya, under na rin siya ng Kumbaga, even you're going to use an XML, pwede siya. Okay, kaya parang naalala ko nung IPT 101, I think nung isa sa mga naging activity nyo, nag-create kayo ng isang webpage na may XML. Tama ba? Nag-create ba kayo noon ng web page na may XML? Tama, no? Tama ba? Naalala ba? Yung mga panahong naghihirap kayo sa IPT 101. Pero mahirap kasi siya, to be honest. No, mahirap si tawag dito, IPT 101, isa siya sa kinaayawan ng iba. Okay, so yun. Yun yung .NET Framework. So, ito yung assignment nyo. Teka, huwag nyo muna itong gawin. Pero sige, screenshots nyo muna. Tingnan ko yung sa syllabus na lang. Tingnan ko kung pwedeng iba na lang maibigay ko sa inyong activity. Para, ayun. As much as possible, no? Mas maganda sana 3 activities na lang ibigay ko sa inyo for this midterm. Pero yung activities na yon, syempre dapat yung makabuluhan na. So, screenshots nyo na lang muna yan, pero huwag nyo munang gawin. Okay? Saka na lang. Pag i-confirm ko muna mamaya. Okay? Kailangan ko kasing pag-isipan kung anong 3 activities pa ang dapat i-provide sa inyo. Kasi kailangan yung maghabol Week 6 na tayo. Okay. Ayaw na. So, wala na siya. Review ko lang pala kayo. Wait lang ha. Saglit lang. Konti lang to. Para mamaya na lang tayo. Activity, more on tasking na lang, di ba? Wait lang ha. Reviewin ko lang kayo ha. Para natin. Dire-diretso tayo. Wait lang ha. Okay, actually, kunin ko yung yung may kinuha lang akong PowerPoint, no? during your RPT 101. Okay, gusto ko kasing i-recall lang sa inyo to. Okay, para alam nyo na. Just to make sure na maintindihan nyo, ito yung pinagagawa natin or yung gagawin natin. Okay, actually, no, ayan. Okay. It is under of IPT 101. Okay, under of IPT 101 ninyo, baka kasi yung iba medyo naguguluhan. Okay? I-clear out lang natin. Si ESP kasi, yun nga, supports many different development models. Again, i-recall ko lang sa inyo to, i-review ko lang. No, so every time that you're going to create ASP, no, there are different development models or parang different approach, no, na pwede mong magawa using ASP. Kaya kasi baka mamaya, for example, no, baka mamaya yung iba sa inyo nagse-search over the Google, nagse-search kayo sa Google, nagse-search kayo sa YouTube, no, for advanced learning, tapos mapansin niyo bakit ganon? Iba yung approach na to sa tinuturo ng mga previous professors namin sa QCU or ni Ma'am, ba't ganon, diba? Baka parang hindi ito, pero ASP naman siya, no? ASP naman siya, pero bakit ganon? No? Parang iba yung approach nila. Okay, so we have to clarify because nga, we have different development models. So we have classic ASP. Okay, ito yung ano siya, na even you are using Notepad plus, no, even you are not using Visual Studio, no, pwede mo siyang magamit, no, sa ESP, pwede mong tawagin yung framework ngayon. Okay? So, we have also ASP.NET Web Forms. Okay? So, yun yung ginawa nyo na nakaraan, nag-IPT 101. Okay? So, meron tayong ASP.NET MVC. So, as I mentioned while ago, during our syllabus, no, during the discussions of our syllabus, so this will be approach. Ibig sabihin, kung gusto nyo mag-advanced learning class, no, gusto nyong magkaroon ng edge for the subject, no? Kasi makakatulong to, no, yung subject natin na to. Lalo na if you are taking pa ng mga subjects na need ng software, no, pwede nyo itong gamitin, no? Yung pwede nyo gamitin yung natutunan nyo, for the development of websites, no? Yun, pwede nyo magamit, no? For example, sa Capstone, okay? If you're going to create a web applications or dynamic websites, ayun. So, yun, pwede nyo gamitin si C# at saka si ASP. Okay, for the development. Okay? So, ayun, kaya pag magsa-search kayo, ang isa-search nyo sa IPT 102 tayo ha, ang isa-search nyo ASP.NET MVC. Yan yung gagamitin natin, development models. Kasi magkakaiba to. Meron silang similarities, pero kung gusto mong i-provide sa'yo ni Google or ni YouTube, yung specific tutorial for that, ito. Okay, ito ang isa-search mo. Okay? So, yun, meron din tayong ASP.NET Web Pages, API, at saka Core. Okay? Recall lang natin, basta ASP, yung classic ASP, no? Hindi ko na yan ganun papabain, no? So, basta yan yung pinakakauna-unahan, no? So, galing siya kay Microsoft. Okay? So, it is a first server-side scripting language. Okay? So, usually, ang pinaka-file extension niya ay .asp. Okay? And are normally written din in a VB script. Di ba nga, as I mentioned, applicable din kasi siya kay VB.NET. Okay, so yun, pag magsasave ka using Notepad, no, dapat naka.asp ka. Okay, para mabasa niya yun sa ASP mo. Okay, na syntax. Ayun nga, yung ginawa niya nakaraan via web form. So, it's an event-driven application model. So, actually, ang ganda niyan, no, kasi ngayon nga, via drag and drop na lang ikaw, if you're going to, mag-design ka ng GUI mo na no, ang problemahin mo na lang functions, no? Pero sad to say, no, nakakalungkot because web form is not part of the new ASP.NET Core. Okay, kasi no, ang gagamitin na natin dito ay .NET Core. Okay, .NET Core. I think hindi na siya .NET Framework. Basta ito na yung pinaka-advanced na framework under ni ASP, no? Naka-.NET Core siya. Ibig sabihin, kapag naka-.NET Core ka, hindi mo na to makikita. Hindi na available si web form. So, that's the reasons kaya tayo mag-EMBC. Okay, kaya check nyo ha kung naka-.NET Core kayo. Okay, then ayun, ASP.NET, no? MBC naman, yun nga, model view controller siya. Ito, included siya kay, .NET Core. Okay? So, tingnan nyo yung parang SDK yata yun. Okay? Kung ano yung gamit nyo, naka-.NET Core ba kayo? Or what? Okay? So, yan ASP.NET web pages naman. Okay? Parang single page lang din siya. Parang similar lang siya kay PHP at saka kung paano mo ginagamit si Classic ASP. Same lang siya. Okay? Almost same lang siya kay ASP.NET web page. So, it is also merged din siya kay .NET Core. Okay? Si .NET Core, again, siya yung parang, siya yung pinaka-updated kasi, no? Siya yung newer version, okay, na meron tayo, parang meron tayo kay meron tayo kay, tawag dito, Microsoft, okay, kasi di ba si ASP, no, using Visual Studio, okay, and then yung ASP.NET nga na yan, no, under siya ni Microsoft po. So, si .NET Core po, no, again, isa siyang framework, siya yung pinaka-new version, okay, siya yung pinaka-new versions na meron tayo, na framework provided siya ni Microsoft. Okay, kaya yun sana gagamitin natin ngayon, ha? Yung naka.NET Core. So, API. So, meron din tayo yung Web API. Okay, an Application Programming Interface. So, similar din siya kay, ayan, sa mga web pages natin na to. Okay, saka yun sa Classic ASP. Pero ang kagandahan kasi ng mga web applications na to, okay, na naka-API ka, so, pwede kang mag-integrate, okay, ng mga different protocols or software applications, okay? Pwede mo silang, pwede kang mag-add-on ng mga different, again, mga set of rules or mga protocols or any software applications under ni Web API. Okay, so yun. So, ayan nga, si .NET Core, okay, it was released noong 2016, and then si .NET Core, okay, pag ginamit natin siya, okay, pinag-merge siya, no, sama-sama siya kay MVC, ASP.NET, Web API, and ASP.NET Web Pages into one application framework. So, wala na dyan sino to? Si Webform. Okay, clear po ba? So, yan, siguro, ganito na lang muna gawin, no? Check nyo, no? I-check nyo muna yung Visual Studio nyo. Okay, kung nandiyan pa yung si ASP.NET. Okay, kung nandiyan pa si ASP.NET, and then i-check nyo muna kung okay pa ba. Kasi mamaya, corrupted na yan or what, di na siya gumagana. So, you have to uninstall it and then install again. Okay, ganun ang gagawin. Okay, so siguro by next week tayo mag-i-start ng coding. Okay? So, tingnan natin. Baka mamaya mag-start na agad tayo. Okay? Pag-isipan ko kasi nga inaanhan ko pa tawag dito. Sineset up ko pa din yung laptop ko. Okay? Naset up ko pa din yung laptop ko kasi nga medyo mabigat nga ito si Visual Studio. Inan-install ko kasi siya nakaraan. Ngayon ko pa lang uli siya i-install. Okay? Kaya again, kayo din, ganun na lang din ang gawin nyo. Check nyo, no? Kung okay pa siya. So, 2019 tayo, pare-parehas. Okay po? Clear po ba? May questions? And then, balik na lang siguro tayo mamayang 11 o'clock. Then, pag-usapan na natin kung paano yung magiging sistema ng project po ninyo. Okay? Yes, Pepe de Reyes, yung 2022. Pero kasi, possible kasi may mga pa yan. May mga bugs pa yan na encounter si 2022. Yan pina-DL. O, sige kayo. Pwede naman. Okay, basta kaya ng laptop ninyo, hindi siya naglalag, walang problema. Okay, sige po. Ayan, basta 2019 up. Okay. So, sige, mamaya na lang po. Questions po, clarifications. Go ahead, Bajang.
Ma'am, about dun sa attendance po, ma'am. Nakapasok na po kasi ako ng 7:30. Pwede pa po pa, ma'am, makahabol sa attendance.
Kaso mag-photo op uli tayo. Okay, open cam uli, tapos photo op. Okay, kung okay sa inyo. Kasi kailangan magtali yung number ng attendance sa number of SS. Kung okay lang sa inyo. Okay, go ahead, Reyes.
Ma'am, ako din po. Ganun din po, ma'am.
Sige po, si Reyes at saka si Bajang. Please, pakiusapan nyo na lang sila na open cam uli. Yun. Kaya iba natutulog na no? Open cam, please, para sila, maisama. Okay. Okay, sige, mga team batasan to no? Pubilia. Lahat yata kayo na-handle ko na nakaraan. Tama ba? Sige po, 1, 2, 3. Si Del Pinado din. Dito ka din pala, Del Pinado. Okay, sige. Sige po, start. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay, thank you. Maya na lang po, 11 o'clock. Thank you, bye-bye. Upload ko na lang PowerPoint. Sige
Hindi po, ma'am.